What's up, everyone? On this week's YouTube video, we just wanted to go over a topic that is long overdue. Y'all have been asking for a long time for more specific gear setups and what I like to personally run, or what we run around here in the company. And a battle belt setup is one that has been on our list for a while, and we just needed to make some time to do it. This is definitely not a video saying, hey, these are the things that we have on our belt. You should definitely go out and put these on there. We're hitting the important aspects and things that I feel are important to be on a battle belt setup. But everyone's a little bit different. They say mission drives gear. Definitely figure out what your needs are, what boxes you need to check, and then when you're building out your setup, use that as a guide and get through it. So today I just wanted to kind of run over my personal setup and kind of why I've done things. So we're just going to kind of list off what I've done here, and we'll go from there. So a while back, I did a video, going on a few years or a couple years now, doing a comparison video between the Ferro Bison belt and the GBRS belt that had just come out at the time. Both were awesome belts for their own reasons. The video is a little bit outdated now, but we have always continued to run Ferro gear here at the company. If you were to look in the armory or in our gear that we have laying around the shop, you're going to see a lot of Ferro gear because they make some of the highest quality gear out there, as of right now. So, of course, it comes as no surprise, my base belt is based around the Ferro Bison belt. So I have it in multicam, kind of goes with everything else that we have, fits a variety of geographic locations in our immediate area, so that kind of works out nicely as far as camouflage goes. And then I've kind of just really kept it streamlined, lightweight, not too much extra baggage on my gear. That's how I personally like to run a lot of my gear, depending on what I'm doing. Mostly for just training purposes. When we were working over in Ukraine a couple of times a couple years ago, we wanted to keep everything as streamlined and just hitting the essentials and keeping things more mobile. And I've kind of carried that out with everything that I do as far as the way that I build out my gear. So for this one, again, Ferro Bison belt, starting on it. It's an excellent belt. We have one of our big rig holsters set up here as well, set up on Safariland, the QLS system with a mid-ride UBL. We offer the Safariland setups for our holsters. We think they're some of the best. You could run a True North Concepts. They're also really nice as far as their belt loop goes. And we offer the mid-ride and the high rides, which are excellent choices. The mid-ride being one of the best all-around sizes for drop length for most people's setup. And it works for me great, and it'll probably work for you. So depending on what I'm doing here, this is a level 2 retention with our mechanical thumb release here on the big rig. If I need a little bit extra security, I might run like a Safariland ALS. We're a holster manufacturer, so of course we are biased to our own products, but that being said, Safariland makes an excellent holster for a level 3 internal retention holster. So if you're looking for a little bit extra security on your belt, then the Safariland holster is definitely a great choice, and we wouldn't try to persuade you otherwise. I got one of our Guerrilla Tactical fast straps on here with a low profile buckle. It's super speedy, firm hold, again, low profile stuff. It's not too bulky on your leg, not getting caught on anything. I have one of the Yates lanyards here. So it's a quick release pull tab, weight rated. You can use it for all sorts of different operational use cases. So I have one of these set up on here just in case. And I have this cool little clip here. I wish I could remember who made it, but I like to hang things like my pig gloves on it or other stuff like that. Just kind of keeps things a little bit tidy and up front. So if I do need to access something like my gloves in a pinch, if I'm not always wearing them, I know right where they are, and they're always here hanging off of this strong metal clip as well that goes through the loops on the Bison belt. So here I just have a couple things set up for some nighttime fun. So we have some infrared chem lights taped off for various signaling. I always keep a roll of electrical tape here because you never know what you're going to need it for. It can work for a variety of things on your helmet or your kit or chem light work or anything like that, just fixing stuff. Lightweight and low profile, I always leave it hanging here. And we have, if you can see these here, we've kind of put our stuff on these little adjustable metal rings. they have a little turnkey here, and you can just unclip these without having to break them. I used to use zip ties and that kind of thing for keeping stuff on my belt, but with the weather and the sun and the elements like that, they have a tendency to break, and it's not as secure. So the nice thing about these with chem lights as well is they're strong and they won't break, and you can just yank down on the chem lights and it busts them right off, and that keeps you from having to undo each little thing that you're doing, or if it's on zip ties, breaking away and risking breaking away more than you want to pull off. So it's kind of a nice little trick. They're on Amazon for a pack of 10 for a few bucks or something like that. So they're cool. I'm just running S-Tac Kiwis here. I've had these for a long time. I've always liked them. They have a Kydex insert in them, so it keeps good retention. This is just the double pistol and single rifle mag. It's worked for my setup. Obviously, when I'm using a plate carrier or a chest rig, it has spare mags on there as well. And then obviously one in the gun. So for my use cases, this amount of ammunition on the belt, or extra spare mags on the belt line, has been more than enough. But there is still some real estate on my belt if I decided I wanted to add, let's say, a third pistol cell, or if I wanted to add another rifle cell or something like that. This dump pouch, which is kind of cool, I like it because it's low profile. I'm trying to remember who sent this to us, and unfortunately the name's escaping. Let's see if there's a tag or something somewhere. I'm not sure. I think it's Advanced Warfighter Systems. I hope I'm not butchering that name, but it's kind of nice because it has everything here that you need. It kind of rolls up, and you can drop your spare mags and whatnot for training, and keeps it all kind of nice and tidy. Some of the other dump pouches that I've had around here and tested before, they're just a little bit bulky, and there's a lot more material to them, and I really like how this one packs away when you're not using it and stays, again, lightweight and low profile on the belt. We have a Med1 pouch here with all the essential medical supplies. We're huge proponents of medical stuff, obviously, and you should carry it, and I like to have it on my kit in multiple places, so I'll use a couple different tourniquet spots and med both on my plate carrier or chest rig, either in a rear pocket or a dangler. In some cases, even like a fanny pack built in with my kit, and then of course a smaller kit on my belt line. And yeah, it's worked really well for me. It's kept everything that fits into our Sidekick med pack in this right here, and that's all really easily accessible with these little pull tabs. And then of course it has a tourniquet holder on the bottom. Now, one thing that we've stressed before with you all with tourniquets is they are a consumable item. So obviously once they get used, they get thrown away. Or if you've had your tourniquet on your kit kind of semi-exposed like this to the elements, you want to keep tabs on that and make sure you're replacing a tourniquet every 6 or 8 months, depending on where you're at. If you're around, salt water and there's a lot of salt in the air, it can break down those fibers even faster. Or if you're out in the sun a bunch, it's going to start to weaken this a little bit. So you just want to make sure when it's life-saving medical supplies that you always have the best quality kit on you, because if you do need it most, you do not want it to fail. Cat tourniquets are absolutely amazing, but they do have a shelf life like a lot of other things. So just keep tabs on that. And yeah, I mean, as you can see, it wasn't a very long video. There wasn't a lot to talk about as I kind of hit the important points for what I have on my belt. And this is what works for me. Like, again, it might not work for you, but people have been asking about how our battle belt is set up, or how my battle belt is set up here at the company. So I just want to take a little bit of time to run through that with you all. If you have any questions about it or any questions about kit, hit us up. If we know the answer, we're going to help you out. If not, we're going to try to point you in the direction to where you can get that assistance to the best of our abilities. And a lot more kit videos like this are definitely on the way. It's something that's interesting for people. It allows you to bounce ideas off of us, or give yourself new ideas of how you want to go. We're definitely going to be working on a few different chest rigs to talk about that, plate carrier setups, recce stuff, and we have a pretty cool series coming out that kind of is going to connect a lot of all of this that we're working towards right now, and that's kind of the Prepared Citizen series. So more information to come on that. We're very excited about it. It's going to be a bit in depth. It's going to take some serious time to put this together and work on it, but we're very excited about that. So again, have any questions, hit us up. If not, we'll see you again soon. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.